halfway through the main quest.
Oh yeah, you have two of the things,
Yeah.
two of the dungeons.
Yeah.
Which ones have you done?
I did the bird and the elephant.
Yeah, the bird I think was my favorite because it felt the coolest.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah, I just did that one.
The end fight is a lot of fun.
Looking forward to it. I get so busy with doing little things and side quests.
Yeah. Oh, I just spent 3 hours cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about to say.
There's a lot of cooking.
That seems to be the major drawback.
Lindsay had never played a Zelda game before, so she didn't quite get it. And I was like, man, it's a puzzle game with like light combat, but it's mostly puzzles. Like, how would you not love it? She's like, I don't know, I just don't like the aesthetic of it. So I made her play it, and yeah, so anytime that I was like, getting her for a boss, she's like, can I cook?
That's great.
Because she just likes to cook things and see what happens.
Yeah.
I know trouble.
Yeah, it took me a while to get the system down, but like once you do, it's fun. It's fine.
Yeah, they really kind of nerf it so you can't like make multiple
Yeah.
things on one, you know?
Yeah.
I rolled a 10.
I also rolled a 10.
14.
13.
Roll off.
10 off. Sudden death. 3.
6.
Okay, so we mostly just fought a dragon, from what I remember. We had him set up to ambush down in that bottom of the canyon where he was gone crab hunting.
Mm-hmm.
We fought him, and then he ran up to the sky, and then a very, very big... What is it? What would you call it? It's not a crab monster.
Or the chasm beast.
Chasm beast. That big-ass thing came up, started beating up.
Because the smell of the thing that it just hunted.
Starts beating up Quincy and Alan. We chased the dragon around. Alan ended up taking it out with an arrow as it flew overhead.
Yeah, while I was trying to fly away, as a matter of fact.
And then...
I don't think nobody fell, but some people are pretty badly hurt, right?
we were right on the brink.
Yeah.
And then Michael used his big heal.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrence. Shit, Quincy.
That the next move that was going to be made after that arrow. I think it was I can't remember if it was Barbolina or Terrence that would have been up next, but they both have the same spell. I forget what it's called, but basically if you kill via this attack, whatever you killed becomes a zombie.
Oh, God.
We would have had a zombie dragon on our team.
Oh, wow.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah. You know what that one is?
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I don't know exactly what it is.
So there was like a huge horde of those crabs coming in from the south of the battlefield, getting acid all up in our shit. And then we felled the dragon, took his bones and teeth and all that fun stuff, flew out to the Eldine Reaches to get a bunch of wood and supplies for fixing our very broken ship. And then we're on our way to fly back. And did we dump the dragon or did we not dump the dragon yet? Are we about to do that?
We left off with we were gonna put it on one of the ledges in the labyrinth, like a couple miles away from the volcano. There's a lake of fire.
Right, so you guys are currently on the airship, I assume, right?
Yeah.
There was a kind of a weird, or there was a interaction a little bit in the Eldine Reaches. You remember anything about that?
Oh yeah, there's like we saw like these dream catcher things from these like super powerful orc druid people. We saw a weird deer that might have been nothing. And then I think that was it.
Yeah, that was kind of it.
Okay.
So currently you hadn't dumped the dragon yet, right?
That was our next step.
I'm getting a really bad echo. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm having trouble understanding.
I think it's coming from Chris's end.
Wow. Maybe if we just keep it under the level, it won't be so bad. Yeah, so currently you guys are in the airship, I assume making your way back into the Demon Reaches over the, what are the mountains called? The Storm Wall? I don't think it's it. I don't remember. Over these, large shattered peaks. You guys had just kind of made it into the cusp of the Dragon Reaches, back on the, was a 9-hour journey back to where the Lake of Fire is. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't quite like a whole day, but it was
Yeah.
some hours.
So you think that's the audio thing is Chris?
Yeah, it's lighting up as Chris.
Can we... Chris, are you there? Do you think you could mute your audio? It's echoing pretty bad for us. Thanks, bud.
Hey, Hugh.
Cool. Sweet.
All right. So, what do you players want to do?
The plan is just dump the whole carcass on a ledge.
Yeah, because we were talking about maybe trying to puppet it or something, and
Weekend at
draw
Bernie's.
the yeah.
Dragon has no skin. We've established that.
Yeah.
You said last episode, let's put him down in one of those canyons.
Dump it.
As
Yeah.
if he's hunting for crabs. Crabs killed him.
Yep.
That seemed to be the only thing that made any sense that we said.
Yeah, that's good. We just it might take a while for the other dragons to find him then. Whereas if we just leave him on the top of one of the ledges, they'll definitely find him faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever we really want to do. I'm fine with either one.
And I can't remember, in our flying over or investigating, did we find anything even close to the door to this place? Or the entrance? Or a cave?
Thought it was underwater.
You did. In the sulfury lake.
Right.
At the very, very bottom, while you were kind of digging for treasure, you saw among all the silt and all the mud and all the treasure that's kind of scattered around, there's one kind of tower that's leaning at a severe angle, and it looks like there's a bell tower, and you can see that there are stairs leading down, but it's just the very, very top of this old bell tower, and there looks like there's stairs leading in. You guys didn't explore it or anything, but that was the only really sign of civilization that you guys had found.
Sorry, you said the whole thing was underwater? The whole structure? Okay, cool. So...
Have we rested?
It's a long trip,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's a long trip, so we were resting.
Yeah, you guys can get up for the rest.
And... Okay. The other thing is, we're not going to have a ton of time. Once we make the distraction, if that's what ends up happening, what do we do about the airship? We're going to need to be going on foot or something.
Well, if we're just way up, couldn't we just sort of, I don't know,
Hover.
how long of a rope do we have?
We
Don't we have an infinite rope?
We have an infinite rope.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just repelled
This is scary.
into the lake of fire next to the volcano.
That'd be a rope just dangling.
Yes.
We could have what's his name?
Leave
Esteban.
friggin' Esteban. Enric.
Enric.
We'll have Enric
Esteban.
haul up the infinite rope, and then if we need to get out, he can just toss the rope over the edge, and then we're just waiting on gravity.
Well, I assume he's going to come in with us. We could manage it. Like, I could drop everybody off, and then Terrence could go park it up, and then like feather fall back down by himself. And then to get back in, we could have Ballstar transform into an eagle and fly up to retrieve the ship.
Can the ship go in like a hover mode? Is that a thing it can do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also has like a slight camouflage feature.
Right.
Yeah, we can basically leave it up in the cloud cover and let the clouds and the ship's own disguises keep it hidden.
Oh man. Okay, there's no safe way to do this. Let's just
Why are we thinking for sure bring Enric in?
probably
I think so. Yeah.
because he's the expert with like about this whole place. We don't really know much about it, or
Yeah.
like it's
Not about this place in particular. He's like a religion and languages.
Yeah, I thought we
Expert.
brought him to speak to the locals.
and we presumably like don't know what this is like an ancient.
Right.
Library.
Yeah, so we're gonna need a guy who can read shit.
Alright. Alright, yeah, just plan on somebody flying eagle form back up.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can retrieve it in a couple of different ways probably, but yeah, I could have drop
Terrence
everybody
can fly
off,
too.
like within walking distance, and then I'll fly up over the top by myself and feather fall down. Wizard parachuting.
Para wizard. Para
So-
Terrence.
Is the idea we wait until the second dragon catches wind of the death of the first dragon and leaves?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think we're just looking for an opportunity to sneak by and get through into the door.
Okay. So we drop the body off and then we go high above the volcano and just wait?
I think that was the plan. As
Yeah,
I
I mean,
understood it.
either we go in now or we try and spring a trap for the smoke dragon. Those are really the two options.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a good opportunity to attack the smoke dragon without Big Mr. Red 747,
Big red.
but other than that, I think we just try to get in.
Alright, well, I vote we dump the body in a canyon.
And go to the.
Just a bag of meat.
Say again?
It's just a bag of meat at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because you took the skin, you took a lot of blood. Teeth. You didn't get any teeth, right?
It
Yeah,
blew
well,
up.
You did. There was something
Did we
you
write
failed
that
on.
down?
The teeth was what we failed on.
It was the teeth. We like hit the dragon breath organ and it exploded the ship.
right, okay.
Blew its skull out.
Oh yeah, if we put it in a canyon though, crabs might just eat it.
That's what I'm thinking.
So dispose of the body. Don't try to make dragon anger bait.
That's my
Yeah.
vote.
Okay.
All right.
I
Fine
mean,
with me.
that does leave us with the option, if we have a dragon encounter, we could probably try and communicate with it. And, we have proof because we have the claws and skin and everything. But it's not automatically, look at this corpse. So it's like we have an ace card up our sleeve without having to play it.
Sure.
Let's dump this bitch.
All right. You guys fly down to the labyrinth. one of the larger different where are you planning on dumping it? Are you just like dumping it like on the top of the cavern? Or are you just trying to find like a chasm big enough that you can toss it in? Because as you guys are flying over, it's still raining. It looks like there's still a kind of a storm happening, which means the flash floods at the bottom of the canyon are just like ruckus.
Do you want to just dump him where we fought him?
Yeah, just flush it down that cave.
Sure.
Okay. You guys fly down 70 feet, close to the edge as you can, as you guys all kind of lift and heave and splashes into the dirty mud water below, and immediately you just see it carried off into a tunnel.
Ballstar's laughing his ass off. Huge boom.
Big slop sounds.
Okay. Rinse and repeat. We want to go spy on these fools again?
Yeah, I say go way up, putter back to the volcano, and just keep watch or something.
You see, and as you guys dump the dragon down, Enric is on board. He tries to help as best he can. But as you guys dump it and it just kind of flushes away, Ballstar kind of laughs. Enric gives Ballstar a little bit of a dirty look. And he like picks through all of his holy symbols and picks out one particular holy symbol and says something, then drops it and goes, "You can never be too careful. Muhammad loves all dragons, so it's probably best not to laugh."
It was just so big. Did you hear the sound it made?
It was a magnificent plot, yes. But I think if Muhammad is real, he would not find it so funny. I don't, he shrugs. I don't. It is best to keep safe, yes.
You're probably right.
That's why you're here.
So, what? We kill another dragon? There's 2 left, right?
2 big ones.
Possibly.
We hope to avoid them both.
Well, this was the slippery one, right?
That's right.
So we have Big Mama left and what, Big Brother?
Yeah.
So are we going to hunt the other one, or what?
If there's a good opportunity.
Have you know about dragons and dragon con and stuff? You ever seen anything like that one?
No, I have not. I do not know very much about dragons.
Okay.
I know about the people that have worshipped them for centuries. There's an old myth saying that they are the ones that taught magic to the humans, but I do not know if it's real. That one in particular looked very strange. It was not your regular chromatic or metallic. It was a strange offshoot. Because generally, dragons come in blue, red, white, different colors. Generally, those are the ones that are more self-involved. Those are the ones that, the larger ones like to be worshipped as gods, and they're very aggressive. The silver ones are the ones that sleep for centuries and can be helpful sometimes, but they're in a perpetual war at each other, which is Bahamut pulls up a holy symbol. It was like Bahamut, the platinum dragon. He's a revered god between good dragons, and he kind of goes through and pulls out another holy symbol, which has one head that splits off into all of the chromatic dragon heads, like red, blue, white, black. And you have Tiamat, which is the god of all of the chromatic ones, so metallic and there's 2 opposing forces. That's what we worship, or some people worship, and cosmic struggle between the 2. But I don't know.
So you think this is one of those god-sized ones? That big red?
Big Red? She's pretty big. I don't know if she's a god, but she seems to have either made or maintained or the volcano. I don't know. Generally, if dragons get that big, they don't get that big without help.
Huh.
Dragons are very good at. They're very charismatic, right? Whether either they are fearsome or they are helpful. This one seems fearsome, and there's a whole host of different things that they can pull under their sway.
Huh.
And this one is situated enough that it was able to brood, not once but twice. You know, there's the two, the little brother and older brother, and then there's all the eggs. So if that's the mama, there might be a father somewhere.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Well, maybe we should just try to sneak past him then.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of magic abilities? How are you with potentially going underwater?
I could do some slight things. I have a few spells at my disposal. I only have a few per day, but I could do water breathing. Yeah, I could actually potentially do water breathing on all of us. That is something that you need. Although Mr. Terrence seems to be well schooled in this as well.
Yeah, I can help out too. All right, well let's head over there. Let's see if we can find any opportunities.
Might I suggest we wash down the deck and disguise our smell? There's quite a bit of a raw meat stench to this area now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. You guys pull down some buckets on the infinite rope, pull up some water, splash it over, spend 2 hours scrubbing, trying to get all the red stains out of the new wood. After taking the time for it, the airship no longer smells like raw meat or any sort of viscera. Are you guys still in the canyon while you do this?
Yeah.
You guys are washing. You guys do notice that every once in a while you see. The flood waters are pretty high, maybe 40 feet at like a really rapid pace. You do notice that there are just these giant rocks that, like, just like an iceberg, just barely kind of crest the top of the water, and you do notice them slowly moving in different directions.
Ish.
Can I do a nature check of these like creatures? Not good. 11.
You can't really see what it is. Although of all the chasm beasts that you've seen 2 like medium-sized ones. These seem to be very large, like chasm beasts that are kind of like picking over the whatever meat and leftovers is left in the battle that you guys had. Just slowly, just scumming over all of the silt and the current.
Woof.
But they're huge. Like, I mean, they would be 50 feet tall with the large back. You can't see anything below because of the dirty water, but
Woof.
the demon waste seems to suck a lot.
Good thing we got an airship. What could possibly go wrong? So yeah, we're all cleaned up. Good to go?
Good to go.
Scooter boots.
Booter scoots.
Where are you going?
Volcano word?
High up in the sky towards the volcano.
How high are you going?
Above cloud, right? What are you thinking, Terrence? It's your department.
Yeah, until we're close, and then once we're starting to get closer, we can drop down and just move slow enough that we can maintain camouflage.
Okay. With all of the rain and everything, I'd say the cloud level's probably pretty low at this point. You don't need to go high enough. I mean, it gets a little bit colder and a little bit harder to breathe, but it's nothing that, severe altitude, any penalties like that would do. You get high enough to get into the low rumbling clouds. Even near the volcano, it seems that they have begun to amass, even from the heat and the dryness. As you guys are exiting out of the canyon, you can see the cracked, dry ground with this heavy rainfall is beginning to kind of turn from the dry, peeling desert into kind of like mudlands for a little while. You assume probably the water sinks very quickly, because that's what you saw. It just kind of sinks straight through and goes down to groundwater. But you can see it's starting to get runny almost. Still not a lot of plant life, but it's just like mud wasteland for a long time. You guys go very steep angle up in the cloud cover, just kind of barely crest the bottom clouds that are very pregnant with moisture as you're scanning through it. It's very heavy fog. Anybody who goes on deck is just kind of immediately covered in condensation. You can hear the far off rumblings of thunder. There's no like electricity really kind of arcing down here. You seem to be fine. If you're going cloud cover the whole way, I guess you could dip out. I'm not going to check. This can slow things down. Eventually, at a slower, stealthy pace, maybe 3 to 5 hours, you guys spend on the airship getting close to the volcano. You dip down to get a look of where you are. It looks like the rain has intensified near here. The volcano seems to be particularly active, as there's a large influx of magma turning into lava that's rolling into the lake of fire. Every once in a while, there's a slight rumble on the ground you can hear as more lava spills out that side, but it overflows on the other side of the volcano. You can see fresh, bright orange streaks on the opposite side of the peak.
So, at a certain point, is the rain just not... Is the volcano's not being rained on, yeah?
It is being rained on.
The entire thing?
Yeah, it seems like that.
Okay. Well, shoot. That's a bunch of cloud cover. Maybe we should think about going soon. It's darker than usual. Everything's disturbed because of falling water.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, we can just sneak down, drop everybody off, and then park it back up in the sky.
I guess, yeah, if we don't see dragons, we could try it.
Emphasis this time on getting into the facility and not hauling away goodies.
Yeah, we gotta be quick.
Yep.
Terrence, how was it like super hot? How did you get down there before? You had like a little air submarine, right?
I didn't notice anything unusual about the atmosphere.
Guess we'll find out.
Should we just sit tight for maybe 30 minutes and make sure there's no activity?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Should we kind of monitor for a little while?
Yes.
Make sure there's no activity.
Looking at a spell.
Okay, so you guys are in cloud cover. Even at low cloud cover, that's still a couple thousand feet.
I think this is going to be our...
With heavy rain. So visibility is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Okay. We're thinking this might be our opportunity to try to slip in. If visibility's so bad.
Yeah.
So do we want to just hover down until we're out of cloud cover? Just kind of slowly and stealthily, and then see if we can see any dragons?
Go in.
I could drop a locate creature. I'll have an hour to have like 1,000-foot radar. We just gotta choose who we choose.
Well, I think we just can probably go for it. Let's try to sneak in.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's land. Or not land, but get most of us to the ground.
You should think I should drop this spell? Just make sure we're safe.
Targeting smoke
Save your
dragon?
slots.
Smoke dragon or mama dragon?
I would think smoke.
I would save your slots. You know, the smoke dragon would be more useful, but it's... I don't know.
What do you guys remember of the smoke dragon?
He was invisible.
He could kind of change his form and like seemed like he could use the surrounding clouds to like manipulate them. Like he made that huge, gigantic ass dragon that tried to bite us out of the clouds.
Oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you should use it. What if he's right on top of us?
Okay, so smoke monster or mama?
That's it, smoke monster.
Alright, I'm gonna do locate creature on the smoke dragon. So 1,000-foot range for an hour.
1,000 feet?
Yeah.
How far up are you guys? I mean, cloud cover's a couple feet.
Yeah, we're up pretty high right now. We're talking about descending.
Okay. How far down do you want to go?
I think we were going to descend to level that we could bark. Like, get down to the ground.
So, like, ground level? Or a level you can parachute in?
Ground level.
Okay. You begin descending as you can. Where are you? Are you directly over the pool? Are you like a mile away? Tell me what your approach is going to be like.
How about like half a mile out?
Half a mile?
What do you think?
Well,
That makes sense.
If you're half a mile out, the actual pool is still like 500 feet in a cliff.
Ah, that's right. Shoot. We probably got to get right up on it.
yeah, we have to get close.
And descend right onto the pool.
Well, like,
I say a pool. It's large. It's not a pool. It's like a large lake almost.
yeah, I mean, I think that's the plan, and then can we do like perception checks like on the way, or like see if we see
Sure.
anything?
Any perception checks are going to be at a disadvantage
All right.
Okay.
because of the rain.
Yeah, I'm checking for sure.
Natural 1.
Damn, those are bad rolls.
13. Would have been a crit.
I got a good one though. I got 25.
What'd you get?
25.
25.
Jesus.
Did you do locate creature?
Yeah, I got locate creature on the smoke dragon.
Okay. Everybody else can't really say anything. Terrence is kind of piercing the veil, what he can, as he has to descending slowly as you can, kept with the camouflage on the underneath. You get. How far do you want to stop?
I mean, I'd say like 500 feet up.
500 feet up.
Don't you think, guys?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is all you.
Well, this is that. I think that's the time for you to drop the spell, and then if we're clear, we can go down closer.
All right.
Drop which spell?
The locate creature.
I think he already did it.
I have it up. We have it for an hour.
Okay, so if we hit 500 feet of elevation, do we get a ping?
You get within 500 feet of elevation. Ballstar puts out the spell. Terrence is looking over. Terrence, you got a 21? Is that what you said?
25.
25.
Jesus.
You pierce through the rain, and you do see movement at the pool. It seems that there's a large gray, like reptilian figure in the pool. Towards the south end, or the north end, in the water. However, Ballstar's locate creature doesn't ping anything.
Oh, hell.
New hatchlings.
Papa Bear.
How big is it?
It's not big. It's not very big. It's about. It's hard to gauge the scale at this height that Terrence can see. He looks maybe 50 to 80 feet long, maybe. Not tall, but long from
Right.
snout to tail,
Right.
which is about the same size as the Nightwing dragon, the obsidian one.
Obsidian,
Yeah. You're seeing this, right, Ballstar? I can see.
It's not the one we saw. This is a totally different one. This isn't. It's not the huge one, is it?
He kind of points it out to you, and as you squint, he helps guide your vision, and it does look like the smoke dragon.
So
For
it's
some
just
reason, you just don't get a ping on him.
He's got some kind of enchantment on him or something that he blocks divination.
Either. I don't know, man. I'm not getting anything. Either he's blocking it, or that's a different one.
I mean, he's a dragon. It's very possible that he's blocking any kind of sight spells or location-based things.
Well, shit. What do? We gotta wait and come back. Do we want to ambush him?
Let's watch him for a while. See if he moves anywhere.
Alright, maintain altitude and just monitor.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
stay
keep
still.
watching. See if he moves.
Okay. How long do you guys wait?
Start off with 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. That's probably on the cusp of that really good perception check. You see him in the water briefly. He gets out. You're trying to concentrate on that figure with all the rain and everything. He gets out. It looks like he kind of chills on the shallow side for a little while. He gets out. As he gets out, there are several other smaller figures clustered around him. These, a little bit easier to see, vary anywhere from a dark burnt orange to a bright neon red. There's about 6 others.
Jesus.
Egg hatch.
That kind of follow him around. 10 minutes goes by. I need you to roll another perception check to be able to see if you can keep seeing what's happening.
Okay.
Natural 1.
21.
Mine's real bad.
The 21, Alan Greenspan, you do see the smoke dragon begins to kind of fly up a little bit, hover. You see all of the ones kind of clustered around where it was beginning to fly up and just look. Some of them, about 3 of them, kind of fly up a little bit. Some of them fall down to the ground almost immediately. It looks like one of them is very adept at flying. It begins kind of following the smoke dragon. The smoke dragon takes off for a little bit over the lake of fire. It looks like one of them begins to follow. All the rest of them try to flap their wings, try to figure out how to fly, but there's a whole bunch of wormlings still down there. One of them has taken off for the smoke dragon.
How far away is the magma that they're kind of flying off towards?
It's like, well, it's like in like the cleft of like the two rounded edges.
Okay.
So it's maybe like 200 feet up. But he's gone over, so he's only 300 feet down below you.
Gotcha.
But you can see the smoke dragon beginning to like kind of skim the lava a little bit as the other wormling, we'll call this one burnt orange, begins to like travel around it clumsily, kind of slowly behind it.
Okay, what are we doing?
How are we ever going to sneak into there to find the entrance?
Well, Terrence saw it, so we kind of know where it is.
But I thought it had a mechanism that we didn't know how to use.
Mm-hmm.
No, we just got chased out of there before we could really do anything.
I think we just go, quarter of a mile away, around the bend, get down on the ground, and sneak in.
It's a 500-foot climb to go up into the pool from ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Have we done Navy SEAL training?
Nope.
Not yet.
Well, I guess we could climb up a 500-foot mountain and try and, I don't know, pass without trace or something.
Yeah. That's the safer method, I think. $500 feet's not bad. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, I'm willing to try it.
How does the climb look, John? Is it like, does it look tough?
It's pretty gradual. It looks slick. Like it's a lot of that shale, sharp, not very sturdy rock. It looks like a wrong step could like break off a particularly unreinforced part and maybe like make it fall. It doesn't look difficult, but the weak constitution of the rock does seem like it could pose a problem.
Yeah.
It is raining and there's noise.
You still want to sneak in?
I think we could try it.
I don't know how the hell we're going to deal with all these dragons in their house, so I think we got to sneak in.
Is that the plan? Half a mile out?
Yeah, I think it's too risky to try and get in with the ship. If the ship gets spotted, we're
Dunzo.
back to one.
Okay.
I mean, can't we just wait more? Like, see if they leave?
We could, but the cover of the rain might be the best bet.
And I don't know how far these wormlings are going to venture away from the pool anyway.
If they're out there in the rain, then they might be out there all the time. All right. Any objections to landing a quarter mile out and then hiking in?
I say
Works
go
for-
for it.
Works for me.
All right. I do want to park the ship up in the cloud cover.
Okay. So you're gonna jump from the ship from 1,000 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what everybody's doing?
Well, no, we'll set them down on the ground, and then just Terrence will make the jump.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Sit down, everybody disembarks from the airship. Terrence pulls the airship up, Terrence walks onto the deck, kind of like, whew, okay, you can do this. Okay. You take like a false start, and you're like, ah, God, fuck. All right. 1, 2, off the edge, feather fall. You guys
Makes
are
us
all
wait
chilling
10 minutes.
down at the foot of the volcano. With Featherfall, it takes them quite a while to probably get down. As you guys are down at the bottom, you can kind of feel the force of whatever seismic activity is happening between this volcano and the ground. Maybe every, I don't know, not, you feel it a couple times, just like this seismic activity. As you look up, maybe once you see a couple other like sneezes of lava come out one side and just land on the side of the volcano and begin to crawl down the bright orange. You guys wait for maybe 20-25 minutes. Finally, Terrence comes down very slowly and lazily and just onto the ground.
Alright, sneaking time?
Yeah.
Alright, pass without trace and we'll head towards the cliffside. What's up?
Alright, everybody roll stealth checks with advantage.
20.
24.
25.
That's with a plus 10 to everybody, right?
Oh, 30.
31.
I was taking the plus 10.
Henrik gets a 36.
Damn.
You guys stalk your way towards the large cliffside. You can see it. It's not a sheer, like, going out. It's nothing you need ropes and hooks for. But it is something that you will need to, like, grasp on. It's at a severe enough angle that it's enough that you kind of have to use all fours. So I do going to do it. I need you to roll athletics checks. However, the slick nature of both the stone and the wetness of the rain is going to give everybody disadvantage.
Do you want to tie each other off with a rope here? Just kind of make a chain? I don't know if
Yeah.
it's going to be a bad or good thing.
Yeah.
I want a sort of Galifar, like a... Man,
Python?
what would I even call it?
Like a pickaxe?
I want to say
Climbing?
like a fire poker or something.
Yeah. Something to help you climb?
Yeah.
Sure. That's not enough to give you advantage, but...
I'm just thinking so we don't fall off and die. It's still going to suck.
Does anybody have anything in the inventory that says, like, climbing gear?
No.
I have a climbing kit.
Yep, that'll give you advantage, which will negate the disadvantage.
But I also...
However,
I have
you have
two
disadvantage because you have full
disadvantages.
plate.
Yeah, someone can use my climbing kit.
I have
Okay.
a grappling hook. Does that help?
The climbing kit will help somebody.
Yeah, someone can take that. If you have low athletics or something.
Okay.
Alright.
I rolled 16 athletics.
I also have 16.
Before we take off, I take like a little piece of rope and I tie the invisible rod to my torso.
Invisible rod? Oh, the immovable
Immovable rod, yeah. Just so I
rod? I
can,
gotcha.
just in case. Damn.
Probably use that to get advantage. Just click it on and off.
I don't need it. Let's say 19.
Okay, what about Terrence?
18.
18. With disadvantage, Enric gets 11. He's kind of struggling behind. You guys all managed to kind of climb using the climbing kit. By the time you guys are maybe like halfway through, he's like a fourth of the way, just struggling.
So nobody took my kit?
Mm-mm.
Did you want to give it to Enric?
Yeah, I'll give it to Henry.
Okay. So we'll re-roll for him. Hey, it's a 16. After giving the climbing kit, he's able to kind of keep pace with you guys. By the time you guys crest the 500 foot, there's no large landslides or large breakages of the obsidian. You guys kind of crest the lip of this little pool area. Black sand falls away into dirty, smelly water. You can't really see beyond maybe 30 or 40 feet because the rain has begun to intensify. What do? Hendrick's the last one to kind of rolls on the black sand, huffing and puffing.
Hey,
Done, Amber?
do you think those wormlings? Do you think they're probably they'll fall for some stupid tricks, right? Like they're not as smart as a grown-up dragon, right? Maybe we could just illusion some stuff, get them away from wherever we need to be.
Certainly, if we attract their attention, we can try and divert it away, but I would shy away from trying to
Drum
draw
up.
any attention here with some sort of a spectacle.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we need to get them away from where we need to be.
I am okay with that. If we do not have the fire-breathing sharks on our hands as we are going underwater, that would be a good thing.
Henrik, why don't you go ahead and provide us with some water breathing, and we can slip our way into the pond.
Surely. This is one of my 2 spells of the day, so you may have it.
Thank you.
He throws it up. Everybody gets water breathing.
Word.
His spells work a lot like a warlock, so he has max level, only has a very few per day.
Alright, we got water breathing. Let's go.
Can I do a perception check? Who's around?
Yeah, roll perception with a disadvantage.
Shit. 11. Wait, I might get a natural 1. No, 11.
Okay. It's hard to tell. The rumble of the volcano, the sheets of rain, and the sound of the rain hitting the pool is very difficult to see anything.
I say we just go. Come on, we're sneaking. We're here. Let's keep our eyes out and just move it. Anybody got anything?
Ah, see.
No?
I didn't know.
Alright.
Let's just do it.
Enric begins to wade into the pool, as you all do. You still have the Pass Without Trace on, right?
Yeah.
So I need everybody to roll, again, stealth checks with advantage. Plus 10.
Oh, good. 12.
You got a 2.
22.
That was with the plus 10?
Yep.
And
Man.
Oh,
advantage?
Jesus.
Natural 20.
And advantage?
Okay.
I got 34.
After this one roll.
Enric got a 23. So 12 is the lowest. You guys kind of wade into the pool and begin. You try to take a deep breath. Doesn't really matter as you begin swimming. Before you guys all submerge, Enric's kind of waiting, and he goes, "So I do not know exactly where we are going. Terrence, would you take the lead? I do not know where this thing is."
Yes, I'll show you where it is.
Nods his head. Terrence goes in, takes the lead. Give me a marching order.
I'll go next.
Terrence.
Keep Heinrich in the middle.
I'll be behind Enric.
Is Alan at the bottom?
I can go in the rear.
I was thinking right after Terrence.
Okay. On off is somewhere. His stealth is high enough. You guys don't really know. You just trust he's fine. As you guys wade through this murky water with the sound of the rain hitting the top of it, and the murkiness of the silt that's all settled here, it's kind of hard to navigate. Terrence has just kind of sunk to the bottom and is just walking. You guys all kind of follow his lead. as you see just glittering treasure. There's gold, there's goblets, there's all of this different, like, terrible treasure all around you. Terrence is just straight focused as he's walking deeper, deeper. You find yourselves maybe 40, 50 feet underwater. Finally, you stop kind of walking downhill as you reach a plateau at the bottom. The mud here is thick. Even as you are, like, your weight has been lifted from the buoyancy of the water, you still find you're going, like, every time you step into the mud, it goes shin, ankle deep. You kind of still have to slow going. Finally, in the distance, is a shadowy, large form. From the bottom, it maybe sticks out 15, 20 feet. It looks like the very, very top of a bell tower, leaning at a severe angle. Maybe once covered in frescoes and different decorative accoutrements all over it. It's begun to, most of the color has been washed away. There's large chunks just kind of falling out of it. But you can see 25 feet up, there is where a bell tower would be, still with the crest, like the roof of where this hollowed place would be.
So the base of the thing, is it just covered with mud and whatever?
You cannot see the base. It looks like the entire thing has just sunk.
Cool.
And the very, very top of this is sticking out 20 feet.
Wow. Does it look like there's maybe an opening?
Terrence mentioned it looks like the stairway that was leading from, like, that would once lead to the top of the bell tower looked unobstructed.
Cool.
But that's all you can really tell. But it's leaning at, like, this diagonal angle.
Can we get on off to climb the thing?
You just swim.
Yeah, pretty easily. On off can go do it.
Yeah, I say go investigate.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to climb it. He just kind of swims up to it. Gets on the top of he's sitting on one of the struts, like, looking in. He pulls the earring. He goes, yeah, it looks like, I don't know. From here, it looks like the staircase is unobstructed. I can't see too far into it. It's pretty dark, but I can go investigate if you want.
I'm sold. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go in.
Everybody swims up. Give me a marching order going into the diagonal underwater staircase.
I'll head in right after him.
Huh?
I said somebody with dark vision should go in.
I don't have dark vision anymore.
I don't.
Terrence does. I'll keep him. I'll stay in front.
Okay. Terrence kind of needles his way. You see the spiral workings of the staircase that would once lead someone up into a bell tower. You just kind of swim your way through it, grasping what you can to kind of propel yourself forward. It's pitch black. Terrence is going first for sure, but what is everybody else doing? You cannot see anything.
People that can see we're about, 60 feet underwater, did you say? How far?
You're about, 45, 50 feet underwater. Okay. And then that bell tower sticks out about 25 feet. But there's no telling how tall that bell tower once was. So this staircase, as you're walking or like swimming your way deeper diagonally into it, there's no way to tell. Because he's only got dark vision up 25 feet.
Can somebody do a light and, like, shine it so it goes down instead of just being like a radial beam?
Nope. On-off kind of turns around and he pulls out like 3 sun rods. He shrugs. He goes, "These are like glow sticks. I can throw them, but I mean they radiate light."
Rincy, would you mind lighting up something for the folks that can't see?
Yeah, I'll just take out some little ball bearings and cast light on 'em.
But
Yeah.
you were
And
saying you're already inside the staircase?
I imagine everybody, like Terrence had gone in, everybody was kind of still outside.
Yeah, I'd like to follow him in, but I'm useless. I can't see anything. Once we're inside there, I would say cast light.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I
guys all
don't.
go inside. Quincy, who's third back, casts light out so you can see. You guys are swimming through. It's a little disorienting as you're going diagonally down through this staircase that looks like it should be going straight up. You're swimming and you're swimming. It looks like floors after floors. It's hard to tell, but you guys go far. This bell tower was probably once pretty far up. Turns to a large domed area. As the staircase was, there's a large dome. As you guys kind of come out into the staircase, the dome radiates out as the staircase looks like it was built along the dome and along one of the sides into another staircase. This dome opens up to a large area that you can see. It's hard to tell what's up and what's down, but from what you can tell with gravity pulling you and the light, there's just frescoes. There's constellations that are painted all over this dome that have been preserved through the water. As you swim down, you finally find the mosaic floor. A lot of the mosaic has been peeled off or fallen off because of the nature of the water has gotten to whatever binding agent fills the mosaic. But as you look to the floor, it's really down and almost to the right, so everything's at this weird skewed angle. It looks like there was a large floor with this large mosaic. There is just detritus and debris kind of at a strange angle down at one side. With the light casting out in this dome area, you can see that there is two distinct doorways. One is completely caved in with silt and mud. The other way, as you look out, is there's a doorway at a severe angle that kind of leads out. It doesn't look blocked.
And all this is underwater?
All this is underwater.
Alright, I think we a perception check to look for anything valuable, anything magical.
Sure.
15.
15. You kind of look down. It looks like most of the debris that's centered at this diagonal angle is wooden or stone. Whatever part is just kind of collected at this large chamber's the lowest point in this chamber at whatever point that it's sunk. You kind of dig through it for a second. You don't really find anything of interest.
Turn to Emmerich. Friend, any indication of the purpose of this building, what this room may have functioned for?
He looks around. I could not possibly. There's some constellations on the ceiling. As far as the detritus, I do not know. Some sort of opening hall, greeting hall. I do not know. This was once a very fine building. It looks like. I cannot quite nail the architecture of specifically of who made it. It is hard to see. I do not know.
Is there any furniture or anything, or is it just bare open?
bare open, but any furniture that was probably in here is probably in that sunken lower part of all the debris.
Sure.
Quincy, any dwarven influence among the stonework?
Yeah, I'll take a look. What, a perception check?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 26.
26. No, you actually do not. You don't see any sort of dwarven stonework that pops out at you.
Okay. And these aren't really. This isn't really a dwarven part of the world, if you know what I mean.
Also, if you guys would you please play this song I'm about ready to put into the grouping?
Bing, bing, ding, ding.
Have you guys seen that terrible video after Hurricane Katrina where somebody walks into a bar that's flooded and begins playing this on a half-submerged piano?
Oh, God.
Have you ever seen that?
No, it's so horrible.
He's like waist high in water and there's a piano and he just begins playing this song.
Oh, my God.
That was my favorite level.
It was so good.
That's where like Nintendo 64 like blew my mind. Like
Yeah.
I saw it like with the giant eel.
Oh, it always scared me. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it scared me.
I feel like I'm having trouble breathing since we've gone underwater, John.
Like physically?
No, I just noticed myself like like having to remember to breathe.
So yeah, what's the plan here in this kind of abandoned large dome structure?
You said there's a door that's not covered in silt?
Yeah, this one is at like a upper, like right angle, it looks like.
Let's move for the door.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll go through the door.
Okay. As we get swimming, Quincy with the light behind. As you make it through that door, it looks like there's a hallway that kind of like goes up. It feels like you're going up gravity-wise. However, you get maybe 20 feet through the hallway, and it looks like there are rocks that are just kind of fallen into it, blocking the passageway.
Oh.
They're all kind of at an angle, like sitting like they had fallen, settled at an area, but they're not like resting against the ground. They're just kind of like they had fallen and congested the hallway area.
Is there any kind of vegetation or anything plant-like down here?
Yeah.
Can I do like...
There is, all along the hallways, especially towards the underside of this rock, there is a thick, beardy cover of moss. This like gray-green.
Can I just druidcraft, like, decompose some of that shit and see which direction the bubbles move in?
Can Druidcraft kill
I would imagine.
plants?
I mean, you can make plants grow. I don't see why I couldn't snuff it out. Maybe not.
Wait, you just want bubbles to see which way they rise?
Yeah, because we're not breathing air anymore. So I just
Can
want to see what direction's up.
Can I roll to pull on off's finger?
Yeah, sure. On off is swimming. You gesture towards him. He swims. You grab his finger and pull, and just like eyes go wide. Just. It looks like upwards is towards the rocks as the bubbles float, kind of gather, and it looks like they actually kind of part and disappear into whatever crevices of the rocks. They're not large. None of them are very, very big. They're like bowling ball to like large cardboard box size.
Man, and so they could just be all wedged together? Well, we could try and steer ourselves to safety and then make an avalanche.
Well, there's also another direction, right, from the main area we were in.
Just the one.
It looks like those were kind of the main doors, and those were completely slumped over with mud.
Oh, okay.
The doors were broken. It had like settled towards the side, and the mud and the silt is just kind of like exposed completely in.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Well, we could always come back here. Yeah. Well, why don't we all perception check and look at if it looks like a impassable barrier or if it's something that we could take apart.
Do I get any sort of bonus because I know about rocks?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll give you a dwarven bonus.
Alright. Is that advantage or?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Okay. And this is a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I got a 24.
24?
Yeah.
It looks like Terrence's initial call of it was correct. Or not Terrence, sorry. Alan Greenspan. It's not rocks that have a tremendous weight on them. They had fallen in and crumbled and fallen and wedged themselves.
Gotcha.
It doesn't look like there's any sort of vacuum seal on top.
Right.
The bubbles find their way up through the cracks of the rocks.
So there's like a.
It's a big rock cave in.
Well, I was gonna see if is it like there's a keystone that's holding everything together. You pull the right one out. That's dominoes.
Well, if they're all wedged together, I'm thinking it's going to require a pretty decent amount of force to lodge anything loose. So, does anybody have any force things?
I mean, can you find out like where the load bearer is? Because if we could find that and just knock that out, the whole thing might just crumble. What were you saying,
Right.
Quincy?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Force thing?
Yeah, just like, I don't know, force spell or some kind of explosion that can work underwater.
Is mold earth not a rock thing?
It's gotta be Earth.
Might be.
I could. I have an expensive spell. I have a really big one, but it's high level.
We don't want to use anything big, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
What about
So
a
what's
little
the point?
seismic thing?
Like a thunder.
Does
Oh,
it look like
shatter.
does it look like there's a keystone? Like if you removed like a kind of a linchpin stone, that everything would kind of crumble down?
You could certainly try to find one.
I have a wand of shatter.
Shatter in other editions did work like that. However, in this edition, it just kind of works as an explosion of sound.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think it's something that could actually shatter a rock.
I think it deals double damage to like
Does it?
structures. I think so.
Is a rock a structure though?
I think it's like anything made of crystal or I forget what exactly what it is.
Ooh, that'd be fun with the Ranger Grammarian.
Shitter.
A creature made of inorganic material, such as stone, crystal, or metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay. That's it.
In other editions, it was fucking awesome. Like it was Shatter was a good spell in 3.5
Yeah.
because you could just like bring the ceiling down on somebody, but it doesn't work like that in this one, unfortunately.
Okay.
Quincy, can you try to see where like the load is? Maybe you can find where we need to.
Where's
Blast
the
this-
load? Should I do like an
Share
investigation?
the load.
Is that like an investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't on-off have dynamite?
Yeah, but it's not gonna work.
I don't know if he
with
still
water.
has it.
I only got a 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Wah, wah.
You can't really tell.
Yeah.
You feel very apprehensive touching or moving any of these, as it could cause a slide that completely engulfs everybody.
Yeah.
Terrence, can you see on the other side of this? Don't you have like a thing where you can like look through a wall or something?
What's the
Relay?
how's he doing? Is Relay with me?
Oh, he's made
No,
of fire.
You haven't summoned
How does
Relay
he
yet.
do it?
You did summon Relay?
Yeah.
Oh, he dead.
Yeah, Relay dead if you summoned Relay in the water.
No, not in the water. Alright, so I guess I left him on the ship then.
Well, Relay, the way familiars work is that you can kind of put them in an extra dimensional pocket and pull them out whenever you want.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, no. I just didn't know if he was following me all the time or what.
Yeah, I think now that there's like, you can like turn him on and off pretty much.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try and cast Mold Earth, which is not really for like solid stone, but if there's like pieces of stone that can move them around.
Okay. As you look for Mold Earth, you can definitely find some of the soft earth around this congestion of rocks. However, like in the actual wedge, like this Jenga tower of boulders, you can't really find any soft rocks. You find targets around it, like, whatever's choking it off, but...
What if we all just backed up and we had Barbalina shoot a couple, what's that called?
Pew-pews?
Blast, yeah. That does force damage.
Sure.
It's worth a try.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are going back into like the chamber, clear away from the hallway. Barbalina's going to try to snipe Eldritch Blasts in there.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks like they slap against the rock. There's a spark of energy. I would say there's a couple of pebbles and some mud that kind of falls down the hallway. Nothing really else. It doesn't really have like an explosive capability to it.
Yeah.
I can do my big spell if we want to. I just want to make sure it's worth going to the other side of this.
I mean, Terrence, do you have any other kind of magic that would be applicable?
Ooh, I got another underwater. I got a great underwater. Hold on.
Underwater tune.
Yes.
What's the spell that you can like stand outside a doorway and see inside?
It's like you can either see or hear.
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
Here you go. This is so good.
3rd level spell, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I don't think we want to burn that just yet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anybody ever played Donkey Kong Country?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, good tune.
It's so good.
$10 hours.
I think Terrence wants to back out and just examine the foyer like really thoroughly to look for places where there might be another door that's maybe covered up by silt or something.
Okay. Roll a investigation check.
This would be a good time to have on off.
Oh, yeah, doesn't on-off have
Or
advantage
that's-
on
come
secret
on.
door checks?
I think we're pushing
I
the
know,
envelope.
actually, Terrence does, because he's an elf.
What's that?
Doesn't Terrence have advantage on secret door checks because he's an elf?
I don't know.
I think that is a thing.
That was the thing in old editions. I don't think it's the thing now, but fuck
Yeah.
it. I'll give it to you anyway. Why not?
Okay, it's a 24.
24, looking for secret doors. You don't find anything.
While they're putzing around, I'm going to make the Sword of Galifar into a crowbar and just swim up the passage and start heaving in different crevices.
If this thing
Alright,
falls, you're gonna
roll
die,
a strength
man.
check for me. Where's everybody else?
I'm out.
Still far back.
When I see Alan go up there with a crowbar, I just get out of the way of the impact zone. It's like, what are you doing?
I rolled a 9.
A 9 total?
Yep.
You shove it in there. I think the force is probably enough to shift some things. As you shove the crowbar in there and just fucking pull. A large boulder comes out. A second, a fifth, a sixth. As they all begin to kind of around you. I'm just going to have you take some damage. Oh, fuck. Take 15 bludgeoning damage. As all the boulders shift and begin to fall down the passageway onto you. As you're just like, you catch a boulder and you're like, they're all tumbling down the hallway. You come down diagonally and hit the bottom of the debris. More boulders on top of you. Just, you kind of like pry yourself free. Swim up. Swim back up to the hallway. Look up. Still plugged.
What did we learn?
That was the sound of a tool chest.
Alright, I'm gonna do my big spell if we can't do anything else. Any objections?
Can we think of anything else?
Well, there's another big ass door. Do I want to like melt the stone to get through that door, or do I want to get through here?
How does that healing
That
rod
door
work?
is down.
That's a lot.
This
Healing
door
rod?
is up. If that makes any sense.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's at a weird angle. So the one that's like
Just get charges.
busted in, like the main entrance, has been like filled with like the silt at the bottom. And this one is kind of like up.
Okay.
So whatever you want.
Okay.
And we should just try and move some of these a little bit more.
Alright, well, one of us is burning spells. Who it gonna be? I don't mind. Just I can only do it like twice.
We need to kind of save your beast forms too, because you need to be able to retrieve the ship for us eventually.
Yeah, but I only need like a nap to get those back. We don't. That's not a once a day thing.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say maybe an elemental of some sort might be able to.
You can earth glide through it, maybe.
Can't you gaseous
I can
form
water
also?
elemental too and just go right through it.
Yeah, but elemental
Earth
does
elemental
double
should
damage
be able
to
to just-
structures.
Tear it up.
The earth elemental.
How would that work in the water though? I wouldn't be able to swim.
No, I think you'll be fine. You shouldn't need to breathe, and you have water breathing if you do.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go water elemental.
Earth?
Water. I can't swim as an earth elemental.
Yeah, but you can earth glide.
Does it say
I can
you
work.
can't
I can glide through unworked stone. I can't go through
Oh.
walls and shit. It's got to be like soil and like natural stone.
This is just a pile of rocks.
I know, but once I do this, I can't get around. I can't swim where you guys go. I'm a big ass rock that sinks to the bottom that
Yeah,
can't
it
go
just
through
sinks.
stuff. And then I can't do any more beast shapes until I take a rest.
Oh.
So if I go water elemental, I can actually move around. And I think I got a chance at moving all these rocks.
Okay. I guess it's worth a shot.
All right.
Water elemental?
All right. One groan means no. 2 groans means yes. All right. And I go water elemental. I'm gonna.
Immediately you shift and you can feel your form just extend out.
Yeah, I'm gonna slither in between the cracks of the boulders, try to get on the other side, and just start pushing, doing whatever I can,
You
thrashing.
can tell everybody to clear out. You get in between all the cracks and kind of like flex. and all of a sudden, all of the boulders begin to fall through. You kind of swirl around the center of them so you can put the boulders exactly where you want, so nobody's in danger. As you swirl and you kind of put them all in the debris, the very, very bottom of this strangely tilted chamber. As soon as all the rocks fall, you see that there is a past. The hallway goes up and crests actually into a surface.
Nice. Can we check out the other doorway just to see if that's completely buried, or if we can clear that out as well?
I might be able to get through to the other side.
Get through any space that's like 1 inch.
I need an inch to get through it. Yeah.
You go to the other doorway?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just pulling up my stats. Yeah, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to start going through in partial way. Can I make a perception check to see if I see or hear anything? That's very good.
Wait, towards the main entrance or the entrance you just cleared?
What did you say, Terrence? I was doing whatever you said.
Yeah, we're checking out. So we have a clear path up into dry land now.
We're checking out the other door?
Yeah, double back and check out the other door.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so if there's a way to get through the door, I'm trying to peek through the other lower door.
Okay. You find yourself going downward because now you're a water elemental. You know what's deeper and what's shallower. You go deeper and deeper and deeper. It looks like this this main doorway is like at one of the deepest parts of this tilted, sunken structure. You go down and you try to feel around any sort of inch that you can try to slip through, but it looks like this is like ground level. I mean, the whole thing's underneath the ground.
Yeah.
But somehow the mud has like come up and spilled into this. This is like the deepest part that's sunk in, and you can feel the silt around it, that it's just completely buried.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go back and then I'll stealth my way through the chamber that we opened. It's just like, is it a corner, or what goes into that now that we collapsed the boulders?
So yeah, now that the rocks are gone, you go up. It looks like the hallway is kind of collapsed a little bit on one side, but as you like the normal way the hallway would normally protrude, like up, like shallower, right? Like up into the I think it's just up. That's kind of collapsed into itself, but it's all kind of like come to a head where there's an air bubble.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do the same thing. How long has it been since I cast Pass Without Trace? Is that still going? Or has it been overnight?
It's probably been like 45 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still stealthing. I'm gonna do a perception check.
Okay.
See if I hear any.
Head out.
Yeah, I'm going up. I'm stealthing in, so I'll roll stealth first. Bad. 16 stealth.
Okay.
And
You crawl out of the frigid pool and onto the cool stone floor of a cave. It's dark, but there appears to be a dim light source up ahead and to the left. The smell of smoke and roasted meat reaches your nose moments later, and you hear your stomach grumble audibly. The cavern is filled with the sound of hammering and exasperated grunts coming from the same place as the dim light. Someone up ahead is definitely doing something, but you're not sure what.
shit.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go back with my friends, and God, who's stealthy? Terrence and Anoff? Are you
Terrence
stealthy?
is not particularly stealthy.
Alan is the most, besides you and Anna.
Yeah, +4.
Alright, I'm gonna do like a little water spin around Anoff and Alan and try to get them to follow me up.
Okay. On-off follows.
If anybody else like tries to come, I'll push water against them.
Sure.
Alright, yeah, I'll slip out of the water.
On-off crest as well. They see the same thing. It's a dark cave. There seems to be multiple different areas, but there's one specific. Oh God! Ow! You asshole. One specific way that there is flickering dim light and the kind of the smell of something cooking.
I'll creep ahead, try and get a closer look.
Roll a stealth check.
I'll go with them just because I got the spell going.
Okay, what's the stealth bonus of a water elemental?
It's +2.
Okay.
So I rolled a
on-off.
16.
Okay. So what do you want on-off to do? Just chill?
Just sneaky people going up first.
Yeah, you can come with.
Okay. He gets a 20.
I got 16, but is there pass without
You're
trace?
still +10, yeah.
26 then?
Okay, and what about the water elemental?
I rolled a 16.
You guys kind of make your way, I guess it's at a southwest angle. You find yourself at a T intersection. It looks like the cave goes to the northwest, which is to your right, that you see. To the left, it goes to the southeast, and that's where you see the flickering light and the smells of cooking food. You see some shadows along some of the cave walls as it's completely dark. It's wet. It's slick. It smells just like wet earth in here, except for the smoke that's kind of billowing from that southeast angle. There to the northwest, just dark.
Okay, so the smoke is sort of rising.
And we're hearing hammering sounds. Is there any like murmuring?
There's a little bit of murmuring. No hammering sounds.
Okay.
Just kind of scuttling sounds. You hear fire.
So we don't actually see fire, there's just light hitting the tunnel?
Yeah, reflected from somewhere. Every once in a while, you'll see a shadow kind of pass in front.
I shrug my shoulders at Alan. Whatever you want to do.
I'd like to press farther.
Okay. Alan goes forward by himself. You kind of hug the southeast wall, take a peek.
I'm gonna trail Alan by 10 feet.
Okay. You see a couple of figures, maybe 4, around this fire as you kind of like sidle against and look back behind. Skinny, not very well clothed figures. Humanoid, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. It looks like kind of milling about. Every once in a while, you'll see one of them gonna grab like a pickaxe and head in a direction farther southeast.
What
You
kind
hear
of...
sounds? You hear? Oh, actually, you do hear hammering sounds. I was wrong.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that.
Every once in a while, you hear like ding, ding, ding. Farther off, south to the east. Over here, as you kind of look, you can see a rudimentary tent kind of has been set up. There is a campfire along with something that's roasting over like a spit. As there's 4 figures just kind of sitting around this campfire. One of them kind of goes over, grabs a tool, and heads southeast. As another one kind of passes him, comes back to the area. You hear another ting, ting.
Okay, so the count is at least 6.
Yeah.
I know Common, Gnomish, and Elvish. Do I understand any of the shit that they might be saying?
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's a strange language.
Shoot, I think we need to get everyone else up here.
I agree.
Mostly Enric.
Head on back then?
Yeah, we're just radio.
Yeah. I can't talk, so that's all on you.
Yeah, I'll radio for people to climb up the corridor.
Okay. Does everybody do that? Come into the air bubble?
Yeah, I'll lead the way of the second party.
Cool. Everybody breaches the pool onto the cave, the stone floor, and you see the flickering flame light. Everybody else needs to roll stealth checks if you're going to move into the larger area.
You're gonna be so loud.
Well, they're near you, so they get plus 10.
Yeah. Terrence got a 28.
13.
Oof.
That's the best spell in the game. Pass it out,
It's
Trey.
so good.
Pretty
It's
good.
so good. Enric rolled a 8, but he got an 18 with the plus 10. So he, kind of settles. Everybody's kind of congested in that pool room. Enric has his, kind of cocked. I can kind of understand them. It's a strange mix of Draconic and another language that is called Eldim.
Do you think you can communicate with them?
And he kind of, I don't know about community, maybe rudimentarily. They are talking about being tired. They keep saying the captain, the sergeant, the one who is in charge. They're saying that the one who is in charge was coming back soon, and they must breach. That's what they're talking about. I cannot get exact sentences.
Breach, like surface? Like they're leaving? What are they... Okay.
He shrugs.
Well, wait. We
Alright.
swum down the bell tower, into the big chamber, then up into the air bubble, and now their tunnel's leading down. So maybe they're digging into the depths of the volcano. Or the lair or something.
Terrence speaks Draconic.
But it's a fusion of like Draconic and this other language called Eldim.
Terrence can order a hamburguesa at their restaurant.
Where is El Baño? Donde es biblioteca?
So what's the move?
Do we want to talk to these guys? Should we try to ambush them, show a force, negotiate?
Our negotiator's frickin' Enric.
You can't talk as a water elemental, right?
No, I can't. Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, they could be, I don't know, just explorers or something. Maybe we should try to be diplomatic.
We shouldn't reveal our numbers. Maybe we send in just Enric.
No. I do not feel comfortable with that. Thank you. I would go with somebody else. Perhaps the giant wave person. He is very resplendent to look on. Or maybe the large armored dwarf. I feel comfortable with both of those. Or you, Alan. You are very strong.
I agree. It should be Enric and an accomplice.
I'll go with him. I can communicate with him magically.
Can you minor illusion yourself a larger stature?
I can disguise self.
Water Elemental points to himself and shrugs.
I think Terrence looks kind of badass. I mean, he's got some plate mithril armor and that giant gauntlet of dragon spikes all over it.
So you look like an adventurer for sure.
All right. Enric, how do you feel?
I feel really bad. Terrence, how do you want to approach this? Should I go in telling them the herald of something is coming, or just try to say hello, or what?
Well, we may be dealing with just some grunts here, so perhaps we should present ourselves with confidence and demand to speak to an authority.
Okay. Okay. So what do you want me to say? That we demand to speak to their leader?
Boss starts shaking his head no.
Well, maybe we should just wing it and see how they respond, because if we don't need them sounding alarms, but if we can keep them contained.
So not too friendly and try to be demanding.
Well, perhaps you should just let me do the talking, but your assistance will still be required.
Okay, you take the lead.
All right, so
You come around the corner with Enric behind you. You see that there is a couple of tents. There's just one tent you can see from that crevice, but there's like 3 tents, it looks like. Currently, there are 5 people around the fire. One person kind of roasting a spit of some sort of unidentified meat. With the light, you can see that they're all kind of gangly, almost like malnourished humans.
now they're human.
You come around the corner. Hiccups. You come around the corner with Enric in tow. As soon as they all see you, you step into the firelight. Eyes all go wide. 2 of them stand up immediately. One of them grabs a pickaxe, holds it over his head.
I give them the calm down. I speak to them in Draconic. I just say, we're not here to hurt you. Just.
Just what?
Um, just need some information.
Okay. You put up your hands. You say, I don't mean to hurt you. Just want some information in Draconic. They all look very confused. A second one goes over and grabs a pickaxe and holds it. Many of them aren't wearing shirts. It's a couple of men, a couple of women. One of them goes over and just throws a blanket around her, picks up a big pickaxe, stands in front of you holding the pickaxe.
I'll gesture to Emmerich to try and translate.
He goes, I do not. That comic. Okay. For to cut, say go no forgot. They're all still kind of holding pickaxes, looking kind of hostile. The woman in front who's draped a blanket around herself, holding the pickaxe, says something. In Draconic, you can just kind of barely. You may get a couple words saying like who and like here. Edric kind of goes. As far as I can tell, she's asking, "Who are you and why are you here?"
So does she seem to be like in charge of things here, like the one to talk to?
In charge? You don't know. It's definitely somebody that's gone in front and has like taken an aggressive stance,
Okay.
or the most aggressive stance.
All right. I think I can cast comprehend languages.
Okay. All of the parts that she's saying, screaming at you, begin to slowly come into focus as she goes, stop. Who are you? Why the fuck are you here? I will go get the flame. I swear to God, I'll get the flame.
I just tell her the same thing. We're not here. I'm not here to harm you. We thought this would be an abandoned place, and we've come across you.
Well, this place is not abandoned. There's many of us. There's tons of us.
Where do you hail from? I'm not familiar with your language.
None of your business. Why are you here? I'm gonna get the flame.
There's no need for hostility. Let's just continue to understand each other for now.
Why are you here?
Could be working for the drain.
We've come in search of an ancient relative.
Who are you looking for?
What's the guy's name?
The guy from the diary?
Belgard?
Belgard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Belgard. We know that he came here.
Her stance kind of lowers for a second. She goes, You know the gatekeeper.
Yes.
Belgard, the gatekeeper. Look, we're here under Molag's lieutenants. If we don't breach this barrier, get through this gate, we're all dead.
The barrier that leads to what?
The place that Molag wants us to dig into. The Belgard is guarding the gate. We can't get through it.
Belgard will not allow you to enter.
She shakes her head.
Your superiors have already exhausted diplomatic means.
There's no diplomatic means. It's an enchantment. The flame can't talk to it. They just burn us if we can't get through it.
Is Belgard alive?
She shrugs. Look, there's a door we can't get through, and Belgard is the person that is guarding it. We can't get through it. You were told by the flame to get through it within the next couple hours, or else we're all going to burn to cinders. I would suggest that you get through it, as our time is almost up, and they will burn us all.
Who is this flame? A person?
She shakes her head. Not a person. It's a large sentient flame. It's serving Molag.
Who is this Molag?
You feel the vibrations in the earth. You see the lava in the volcano. That's
The
Molag.
dragon. Is Molag the dragon?
I assume so. I've never seen her.
How long have you been down here?
We've been down here for weeks, trying to get past us. We've only been down here for a couple days. The shifts have been going through. We're the fifth shift trying to get through this door. Everybody else has been burned.
Do you come from above, or are you underground dwellers?
She nods her head. We come from the labyrinth.
Underground.
No, we were part of the tribe. She reaches in the blanket and pulls out a holy symbol. It looks like the symbol, the silver flame, actually.
Oh.
It's like a wooden carving, but very easily painted silver.
Emmerich?
Enric shrugs. He goes, there are some barbarian tribes here that live north of the Demon Waste in the Labyrinth that, what were they called? They were called the,
I wrote it down somewhere.
yeah, I forgot.
The Gatekeepers?
No, it was the Gatekeepers. It was... the Geshak Kala, the Ghost Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones that supposedly they keep out all of the evil in the demon wastes. They live in the labyrinth. They allow people to go in the labyrinth, but if they come out and they don't deem them worthy, they'll kill them on the spot.
Okay.
But they are Silver Flame worshippers, oddly enough.
Okay. So who is in charge here? Who is
The Flame.
who is compelling you to do this work?
The Flame. He is 9 feet tall and he is made of fire. He is coming soon. We do not have a lot of time. If you can help us through the door, or help us escape, please.
Yes. Well, show me to the door. Let me see.
She. Roll a diplomacy. See if she trusts you.
Is that charisma or persuasion?
Persuasion. We'll do persuasion.
Well, that's a 9.
The 9, she looks apprehensive. She goes, I do not know who you are, and if you are here to take the door, we cannot trust you. Tell me why I shouldn't call the flame right now.
I am here as a scholar from the world of men and elves. I seek to do no harm, and am only here to gather knowledge and reconnect with family. I have no reason to do anyone here any harm. As you can see, I have approached you freely.
She takes a couple steps back and talks whisperedly with some of her other compatriots. You think you can take us through the door, through Belgard?
I do bear the family crest.
Follow us. Enric apprehensively follows. She takes you farther southeast, past this little camp, into another tunnel that goes around straight south and then goes directly west. Here, you see an impressive set of double stone doors, easily 15 feet wide and 12 feet tall. The stone is exquisitely carved, showing the fine detail even after all this time. The door is shaped like a closed eye with a large stone nose protruding 2 feet from the wall between them. There appears to be no handle, but while inspecting the door, you do notice a small metal disc set into the stone floor. As you stand on it, you hear a groan come from the door, almost as if it was trying to open, but the door remains closed. Half a second later, a 2-foot glowing gnome appears, floating a foot in front of your face. He's made of translucent blue light, but you can make out the long braided beard that touches his chest in the silhouette. He scowls at you and shakes a finger in front of your face, and then says the following.
I was about to say that!
You have to say the magic words. My shell can be hard or soft, but you should never judge me by it. What am I? Around him, you can see that there are other emaciated humanoids, half-orc, pretty much. They're trying to pickaxe their way around the door, but they have not found any purchase into the solid rock.
My shell can be hard or soft, but you shouldn't judge me by it? Oh, it's a book, right?
It's a crab? Oh, yeah, it's a book.
Taco. He didn't say the
Should I be
magic
calling you
word.
guys in?
Oh no.
Earthquake, Chris. We're all gonna die.
Should Terrence be calling in the rest of the...
I would imagine, yeah. I'm following behind you trying to sneak.
Well, do we want to breach whatever they're trying to breach? Like, they're just doing a dragon's bidding.
Well, this is the dude that we found the diary of.
Yeah, so do we want to crack his seal? Or do we want to leave it intact? Maybe he did it on purpose.
Yeah?
I mean, we're going to have to deal with this flame at some point. Do we want to...
We could just plan to ambush the thing.
Yeah, but if we can beat it now, then we can beat it after we get inside the gate.
Yeah, what if we open the gate, get on the villagers' good side, and set up an ambush?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when it comes to collect, then we can ambush it.
So who's the guy who put up the seal?
Belgard, apparently.
Belgard's the guy who used to own our estate, right?
Yeah, we took over his estate. We have his
The
like,
winery?
seal and everything.
Okay.
We got that estate from the Triumvirate, right? Gnome
Yeah.
Kings.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the ratio of triple sec to tequila in a margarita? Is it 1 to 2?
It might even be
1
like
1?
4-1.
Wow, really?
It's not much triple sec, right?
Right. It'd be like a half an ounce of triple sec and then 2 jiggers
Ounces.
of tequila.
Okay.
So the debate is: do we bring the whole party to the door now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this this circle is just like kind of sensing someone's presence, trying to open the door. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah, because it happened when you stepped on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
She says, "We have talked to the apparition. It just says its name is Belgard.
I see.
If we try to open the door, bad things happen."
I will need to call in my assistants. You've met Emmerich here.
Takes a small bow.
Pardon me while I send for my other friends. They'll be able to assist us.
So you will let us in to
Well, we are very much interested in passing the door as well. We are also interested in sparing your lives from this flame that you speak of.
He is due back soon.
Well, whatever it is that lies beyond this door may be of sole interest to my party. So we cannot promise any share for you, but
If you don't let the flame through, he will kill you and then kill us all.
well, perhaps we can give you refuge and prevent this flame from doing further harm.
He is due back soon, so be quick.
Okay, so I'll radio and call everyone to come up.
Everybody move forward.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody moves past the camp with the widened eyes of a lot of these emaciated humanoids, half orc. Kind of move past, get to the door. You see this giant eyes, big nose, and this stone disc.
What happened the last time you tried to open the door?
We tried to open the door, and there was a large explosion. It killed 3 of us.
Okay. How far back do we need to be clear?
They all died within, 25 feet.
All right.
I'm gonna sort of Galifar a riot shield and then try and answer the riddle.
Okay. You step on the stone platform. You hear You didn't say the magic word. My shell can be hard or soft, but you should never judge me by it. What am I?
What is a book?
You say a book. The apparition does a slight bow, the little gnome with the large beard down to his chest. There's a small bow, and it looks like he dissipates, and whatever sort of strange force field around the doors also dissipate. The woman's eyes go wide. Sweet, you speak the language? She says to you, it's gibberish to you. But to Terrence, she says, you speak the language.
I told you, we are his couriers. We are his relations.
And you say you can get us free?
We don't know what's beyond that door, but we certainly don't want this flame to continue massacring your people.
Okay, well, he is due back within the hour. So be careful. You may go in and claim your prize, if that's what you think that you need to find something from your ancestor, but we will do our best to try to stall him, but if he sees the open door, he's going to go in, and if he thinks we traitors, he will kill us all.
Very well, I think we'll go forward and try and quickly come up with a solution for your people.
What should we do?
Continue as you said, and we will proceed forward and come back when we know what's going on.
She nods her head. She goes back and starts telling the other people that 8 people begin congregating in that little camp as the door opens up. The door, the door is open to complete blackness from what you can see.
Even dark vision?
Yeah. Well, with dark vision, you can see a couple feet into it. It looks like a chamber of some sort. You can't really get any other sort of detail beyond the 25 feet.
I will reactivate light.
Okay. You guys all go into the chamber?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a sec.
Now I'm some Donkey Kong.
Conky Dong. This song makes me nervous too. The Donkey Kong underwater theme.
necessary.
You all there?
Most of us. Yeah, we're back.
I have a description. Assuming you guys are all ready.
I'm good.
Alright. The walls of this stone entry hall begin to glow with shades of blue and green as you enter. Looking around, you realize the walls have several 2-inch thick veins of emerald and quartz running through it that are slowly building in brightness. The floors are a flawless marble, except where they've been shattered by the cave-in to the right. Luckily, the magnificent throne in the center of the hall has been unharmed. It is sculpted to resemble an open book in every detail. It is so meticulously crafted that if the pages were clearly made of stone, you're sure you could flip them. The pages the book is open to are largely blank, but as the veins reach maximum brightness and the level off, 8 symbols rise from the stone of the pages and begin to glow a soft purple. 3 spiral staircases line the left wall and lead down to the library below. A small inscription is written in common over the middle staircase that reads, "Don't use this one." The longer you stand in this hall, the more jittery you feel, almost as if you ate too much sugar.
Oh man. So it's the freaking library.
So what are the markings then?
Let me put it into 3D virtual tabletop.
Puzzle time. Pew, 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 pew.
Chris, can you mute your mic?
Can't you mute him?
No.
Oh, you could. If you right click his little thing.
You can't.
Actually, you know what? I'll just put groupie.
No, that's. I don't think you can, dude.
That would be crazy. Why wouldn't you be able to mute him?
So here's a view of the room and all the symbols that are on the throne.
Hey Chris, could you just give us a narration of every utensil you're putting away? You'd be like, salad fork. Also, could you mute your audio real quick? Thank you.
Oh, jeez. This is a very tiny picture.
Oh, is it?
What if you put it on the big screen?
You can get it on your phone, pretty clear. It's a little tough to see with the font, though. I see Mechonis, Limbo, Hades, Abyss, Bitopia.
Yeah, the symbols on there, Terrence can identify as Beastlands, Arborea, Hades, Limbo, Mount Celestia, the Abyss, Bitopia, and Mechonis.
Usador was all about that Mechonis shit.
So all these symbols appear on the throne, and that looks like a giant open book. As the veins of ore and emerald begin to glow, it kind of like they all pop up on the book, the throne, in purple light. To the left or to the west of all of this, there are 3 spiral staircases that go down. One of them, in just actually like pure common, it just says, "Don't use this one."
Oh, man. Can I do like an investigation check? Is there any like dust on the ground? Does this look like no one's been in here for a long time?
Yeah, roll investigation.
3.
It's hard to tell. Your water, everything that you touch is pretty much like. Fucking worshiping you.
As the water?
As the water elemental, yeah. All these people just drop to their knees and just like their eyes go wide in fear, drop to their knees and just start babbling things at you that you don't understand.
I freeze, like look over my shoulder for like 2 seconds, then turn around and try to make myself look like really big, but not like frightening. Like I'm like just puffing my chest out. And then I make like a weird sound that sounds like a whistle that's like like give 2 thumbs up.
You do that, they all just immediately get out of the way as much as they can from you.
Then I go into the chamber.
Okay, yeah, they all just cower in fear. You make your way into the chamber. You try to investigate, you don't see anything because you're made of water.
I'm looking over back at all of the weirdos, probably still staring at me.
Yeah, no, they're still all staring at you and saying things you don't understand.
I'll go over to what is his name?
Enric?
Enric.
Enric?
And I just kind of like shrug my shoulders and like kind of keep looking over at the people.
He's looking back. He says they are apologizing, I think.
All right. Yeah, I just keep investigating badly.
Okay.
Is there anything about the silver flame that would make them revere water?
I don't know. I mean, out of character, but they hate vampires. They hate werewolves.
Do like a perception check around the room, like on the walls and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
are there
sure.
any symbols that match up with the ones that are on the throne? 26.
No, the only symbols that you find are in that throne that looks like an open book. Now, you know all these symbols to be different dimensions, different planes of travel.
Yeah.
You've had experience with the Abyss and Draconis, but you're not really sure what the other ones are.
Yeah. Are they like glowing or anything on the throne, or are they just kind of inscribed? Oh, they are. Okay.
They are glowing purple on the throne. On the throne.
On the floam.
On the floam.
Isn't that like a Nickelodeon?
It's like a
Yeah,
gack.
it was.
Yeah.
It was like little balls of foam in gack.
It was a Nickelodeon gross pack.
Three stairways spiraling.
Are they
One
all
of
going?
them
Are they all
is
going
marked,
down?
All going down.
Okay.
And only one of them has lettering.
Yep.
On the middle.
The middle one has in common, like almost glow stick, right before the first step. Says, "Don't use this one."
Do we have the diary on us?
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't say a lot though. Like this diary just said that he was going to investigate the library.
How about the
and he kept
handwriting?
all the other journals with him.
Can we find a spot where he's written the word "don't"?
Yeah, sure. Roll a perception check.
13.
The D's and the O's seem to match up. It's the same handwriting.
Alright, so Belgard sealed this off, and he's written, "Don't use the middle stairway."
So this, I can't talk shit.
Well, should we even bother solving the puzzle, or should we plan to fight this frickin' fire thing?
I mean, we have, up to upwards of an hour.
We might have 10 minutes.
I think we're, I don't know, like what would we do if we had to prepare to fight?
Hide ourselves. Get off a sneak round.
I mean, one of us could go keep watch, while the others try to solve.
Yeah, I say we do that.
Maybe did he open it for us?
Hmm?
Maybe this flame thing opens this thing, figures this out for us.
I don't know. As soon as I mean, there's nowhere to. I don't know.
I think we should post on off back toward the entrance to the tent city, just to keep watch for when the flame thing shows up.
Okay. He'll keep watch. Do you want him in the tent?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I'm going to try to leave very cautiously. Am I able to just leave the entrance to this normally?
Like back through the way you came?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of explore the general area, see if there's any more tunnels or passages that lead to this.
Okay.
Or is there pretty much one road to this?
It is a road to this. You go, because when you first entered from the pool, you went right or left instead of right.
Yeah.
You go right, and this tunnel seems to go up at an incline, and then kind of stop, and then do a quick hairpin turn, and then up, and then a quick hairpin turn and up.
Is it getting lighter at all?
What?
Is there any more light as I'm ascending?
No light. But as you maybe travel for maybe 25, 30 minutes, it gets hot.
Okay. Yeah, I just head back down.
Okay. You don't know how far you go up. You maybe do 7 or 8 of these turnbacks. And it just gets hotter each time.
Okay.
So these are all like the different planes. Is that what I'm getting here? Like, I don't know, beastlands.
Say what?
Like, I'm just talking in character. Like, are all these
Different dimensions, you
cliffs
said?
and stuff? Are they all like different planes? Like the beastlands, maybe it's the Feyland or Feywild rather. I don't know, Terrence, do you know anything about all these?
Can I roll history on those symbols?
Yeah, sure.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. They all seem to coincide with different like layers or planes of existence. However, you're not really familiar with these specific runes, like the fence for the abyss or like the H for Biotopia. You've never seen these before. You don't really know what these runes mean. You can definitely read the script below it on the throne, but you have no idea what or where these like symbols have come from.
Wait, isn't Nakanus the other like giant
Flying city?
ship? Yeah.
I think so.
So, and sorry, where are these symbols? Where are they on the throne?
Yeah, they're like the throne looks like a giant book that's carved out of stone. Above the throne, these symbols are carved in and slightly glowing purple.
Is there anything? So there's staircases. One of them was marked. Don't use this one.
This is the west.
And is there anything else to manipulate, or are we just looking at choose a staircase?
Just the staircase and the throne, and the large glowing symbols that are on the throne.
So there's two staircases. There's 3, but one of them's marked don't use.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I reach those symbols?
Yeah, you could easily touch them.
Okay. I want to just put my hand over the glowing rune for Mount Celestia.
Okay. Uh, 13 electricity damage.
Alright.
You touch it and just it's a huge explosion.
Is there anything on like the back of the throne? Cause like.
It looks like there
look at
might
it.
be a small space between the wall and the actual throne.
Can I go and inspect it?
Who's gonna inspect it?
Terrence will.
Okay. You see there's a small space between the throne and the back wall. As you look back, you just kind of see a small tunnel making its way back to the other side of the throne.
Nothing unusual on the wall.
Not that you can see.
Can I fit back there?
Yeah, you can kind of squeeze and crawl.
Alright, I just want to feel along the back of the throne and see if there's anything goofy.
Okay. Roll a investigation check.
26.
You don't find anything.
Alright. Can I Arcana on the script to see if I can identify the type of magic or if it's connected to the staircases in the room?
Yeah, you can try.
Sheesh. That's 24, 25, something like that.
As far as you can tell, there's no connection between the staircases and the glyphs that is on the throne.
And all of them, all 8 rooms are lit up?
All 8 of them, yeah.
I'm gonna start flipping through the journal and just like looking for any mention of any of these.
The journal that you currently have is actually not very full.
Yeah.
This journal specifically was like just started when he was saying, or no, sorry, the journal you have is very, very full, but it's like a diary up until of all of his research that he was going to do. And then he said that he found the Library of Biblius, and this was going to be the breakthrough where he found all these magic items, and that was the last entry.
Okay. I could be wrong. I thought I remember something about like the abyss or something in there.
Not in the journal, no.
Okay.
There was something about his first find, which kind of sparked all of this, which was the hand crossbow that he managed to track down. But then he said that he found the Library of Biblius, and then he was going to find more magical artifacts through there, and that was the last entry.
Okay. I'm also thinking maybe Hades could be a good one because we're like in a volcano or whatever, but I don't know.
Have we found a way to interact with these symbols, or we just are trying to go up the staircase?
I mean, you just touched one and got electrocuted, so
You touched the staircase?
that's all we know. No, he touched the glyph, not celestial.
Okay.
And there was no reaction except there was an explosion?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I look around the room to see if there's any other inscriptions?
Yeah, roll perception.
19.
You don't seem to find any other sort of links between any sort of inscriptions and whatever is on this throne.
Has anybody sat down in it?
No.
I'm going to sit down in it.
Okay. I was waiting to... do your thing.
29 electricity damage.
Do the staircases all look like identical?
Yep. They all seem to be leading down. Spiral staircases leading down.
So,
Did you just have a sip of a lime truly, Michael?
Hell yeah.
Because we at the same time we both have lime trulies.
Yeah. We do a cheers to the...
Cheers.
someone needs to make a repeating like GIF of that little clip right there. We both have lime trulies. We both have lime trulies.
Lime trulies.
I'm drinking a margarita.
That's much cooler than we are.
Yeah.
with $11 tequila.
Ew.
So who went down the staircase?
Nobody's gone down yet.
I guess I was planning on checking them out.
Yeah. Is there any markings above them besides the one that was written on?
Nope.
Just naked staircases.
Yep.
Alright, well, seems like that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Can I have... Well, never mind. Hey, next time you get out of beast form, I could use some of them good berries.
Thumbs up, and then I'm going to head down the right staircase.
Just kind of groan if something bad happens.
So the top staircase?
Yes.
Okay. As you descend on the spiral staircase, you find yourself going from a tunnel, pretty much going from like the top to the bottom. You go down maybe 50 feet, just continually going down this spiral staircase, until eventually you enter into a ceilinged area. This section of the library is incredibly large, easily 100 feet across or more, and that's just what you can see. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the large, sparking wheel in the center of the room. It rotates on an angle, and it lets out a shuddering groan every few seconds or so. Taking in the rest of the room, you get the sense that this must have been a wondrous place at one time. The remnants of colorful banners and glossy oak tables litter the floor amid rotted pages of vellum and parchment. Two large shelves, whose top shelves connect to the ceiling, separate a section to the north and a section to the south. Two ancient and rusted suits of armor seem to stand watch over the sections, though they are covered in the thick layers of dust. The majority of the books seem to have rotted away, but a few remain here and there, especially on the top shelves. Above each section on the north and the south is a hanging sign in Draconic that you cannot read. The wall behind you is covered in small shrouded lanterns that hide small glowing crystals. On either side of the staircase is an ornate steel door, carved to resemble the cover of a book. The doors are identical except for the apparent title of each cover, which is also written in Draconic.
Okay, and you said
a good snip of this really quick.
Cool. You said there's like kind of a wall separating the north and the south side of the room?
Not walls. It's more like shelves.
Okay. And the spinning wheel, it's going like vertically or like horizontally? Like
Yeah, I'll just post it in the group here real quick. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So the signs in Draconic say to the south the history of Faerun. The middle is the history of the multiverse and the Great Wheel. To the north is the laws of nature. There's two steel doors that lead to the east that are on either side of the sections of the spiral staircases.
All right.
I'm sorry. When it said the history of Faerun, it's the history of Eberron. Faerun's a different thing, but yeah, Eberron. It says the history of Eberron, where it says the history of Faerun. The doors that are leading east both have plaques on them too. The one on the north says Northern Reading Rooms, and the one on the south says Southern Reading Rooms.
Alright. Does it look like the other spiral staircase has just met up with this one as well?
Yeah, they all land at the same level.
Okay. Um, so Terrence wants to examine some of the books that are not rotted away.
Okay, which section do you end up stepping into?
I guess the multiverse.
The history of the multiverse?
Yeah.
Okay. The history of the multiverse is also the same place where the Great Wheel is currently sitting and sparking. Where's everybody else?
I'm still up by the door that opened, just sort of waiting for on-off to call out a signal or something.
Okay. Yeah, on-off and Alan Greenspan are keeping watch. So it's currently just Terrence and Ballstar down below.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay. What's Quincy doing?
So everybody went down the one staircase.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna stay in the throne room.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna while they're doing shit, I'm just gonna keep watch and see if anything in the room reacts to anything that they do.
Okay. Ballstar stays near the spiral staircase as Quincy goes down. Where do you want Enric?
I want him to be over my shoulder looking at the books with me.
Okay, he's following you. You enter the center portion, the Great Wheel and the history of the multiverse. The first thing you see is a platinum wheel, roughly 5 feet in diameter, turning at an awkward angle. It seems to be connected to a motor of some sort with a series of gears, but one seems to be conspicuously missing. Set at regular intervals along the outside edge of the wheel are small 6-inch glyphs sculpted from onyx. You notice 8 of the symbols as the same ones you saw on the throne above you, but there are 8 more that you don't recognize. 4 8-inch symbols circle a 2-foot wide central dome. Each of the 4 symbols is carved from a different gem and represents one of the 4 elements. Fire is ruby, water is sapphire, earth is jade, and air is quartz. The dome is opaque, but there seems to be made of some sort of steel. On the base is a small inscription in common that reads, "This wheel represents the height of our understanding." Inside is the book that guided my life like a faulty arrow. Let it remain forever as an example that even a scholar king always has more to learn. Right next to the inscription is a small message clawed into the base that reads, "The shiny is mine."
Yikes.
So currently you're about 15 feet away from it. You're not too close. There's a whole bunch of, a lot of the books are melted away. Not melted, but they've, rotted away.
Do I spot any that are intact? Impervious to the rot and the age?
Let me see. No, it looks like most of the ones of the history of the multiverse have completely rotted away. There's no books here that have wholly survived.
All right. I want to look around the whole room and look for any books.
Okay.
Guess I go
Well,
down.
currently you're in the center area with the great wheel and everything. So to the north are the laws of nature. To the south is the history of Eberron.
I'll do the laws of nature first.
Go to the northern section. Roll a investigation check on the northern part.
Let's see. 18.
Okay. Edric is kind of helping. He's scouring some of the stuff. Most of the books he picks up just kind of fall apart, rotted in his hands, or are still bound, and nothing can be read. However, you do find one intact book. Your fingers find a cool leather cover covered in archaic runes and bound in thin silver chains. When you get a good look at it, you see it's made of pure black leather that seems to absorb the light around it. At first, it has no title, but slowly, as you touch it, a white script appears in your native language that reads, "The Grim Dark." The book shakes in your hand, and a blood-red eye appears in the center of the cover. You hear a voice in your head whisper, "Let me out, and all the riches of the world will be yours."
If you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
I'm just going to tuck it in my robe. Not going to bother with it for now.
Okay. You tuck it in the robe. It does not silence it. You hear, "Just open the chains. I have everything, every spell that you'd ever want located within me."
Alright, I'm going to take it up to Quincy and see. I'm not going to. I just want to talk to Quincy. Oh,
Okay.
where am I going to go?
He'll be back in about 15 seconds.
Okay. Well, my idea is I'm going to put it in the bag of holding. And, oh, there he is. See if it talks to him. Quincy, I need you to do something for me.
"I know what the runes on the throne do," it says.
What do you need?
I need to put something in the bag of holding. And
It's not gonna help. Oh, it's not gonna help.
I need you to tell me if anything strange happens when I do. Just trust me.
Okay. There you go.
You pick up the book, you put it in the bag of holding. You hear, "Oh, that didn't work.
Close it up.
I can tell you how to use..." He closes the bag of holding. "I can tell you how to use the machine in the center of the library."
Damn it. Do you hear anything?
No.
Also, check your pocket.
I checked my pocket.
It's still there.
All right.
Do you know what force you've tampered with? That you've bonded with this gauntlet? I can tell you, it's not good.
I look at the gauntlet.
You look at the gauntlet, there's that giant fucking eye just looks at you in the center of the gauntlet. It stares at you. Oh, my poor boy. You bonded yourself with something very powerful. I can help separate you, but I hate to say, without me, it's gonna follow you to, well, eternity.
Alright, I'm going to carry on investigating and just ignore it for the time being.
Okay.
I'll check the books in the north of the room, see if there's
Roll
any.
another investigation check.
That's a 24.
All the other books that you can see are just either illegible or completely falling apart in the north side of this library.
Okay.
All the while, every book that you seem to reach for, you pick up that you think is promising, you turn it over, again, it's that leather black book bound in silver chain.
God.
Just open it. I can help. Really, just open.
I ask Emmerich if he has found if any of these books are intact.
He's looking through them. He's got like 4 under his arms. He goes, no, these are all just fucking useless. There's nothing written in them, or all of the ink has followed away, or they are just falling apart.
Okay. Ask him to check the.
What was that? What was that book that you found? It seemed to be intact with the chains around it.
Yes. I think once we've searched the grounds, we can talk about it.
Do you think it is a? Do you think it's a book of worth?
It certainly has some sort of magical being bound within it.
You hear the book whisper, "Oh, this man is not on your side. He's going to betray you. Don't trust him. Trust me."
It is speaking to me.
His eyes kind of narrow. It is. I mean, it is speaking to me as well, I guess. I would like you to open it. See if maybe it's worth something.
It seems not a being to be trifled with without great caution. Like I said, we must continue to clear these grounds.
All right. Well, if that is still in my pool for my 2 items I can claim from here, on top of the 20%. Yeah.
And as you'll recall, the artifact itself was off limits, and if it turns out that this is the artifact, then I'm afraid it would not be up for your consideration.
You hear the book say, "Oh, I'm not what you're looking for. I'm just a bonus. You know what? Give me over to Enric. He'll treat me better than you will. With this being guiding your actions, I don't know if I can trust you."
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, even like you, it seems like every 4th book that you pick up, try to figure out, is this book again. You try to put it somewhere, it's just still in your pocket. What's everybody else doing?
I am trying really hard not to touch something, but I'm getting bored.
Okay, what are you trying not to touch?
Everything's
Well,
made.
you're still in the opening area, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I came back into the room after kind of just moseying around.
Okay, yeah, you're in the book throne.
Yeah.
Throne book room, right?
Everything's made of paper, and I'm trying not to ruin stuff. But I'm just like, keep bumping into things on accident.
There's really nothing in here to bump into. It's just the throne and the three spiral staircases.
Oh, I meant down in the basement with the bookshelves and stuff.
Oh, okay. So where are you headed? Again, there's the large wheel. There's the northern section that they are at. There's the southern section that hasn't been explored, and then there's the two large steel doors to the east that are northern reading rooms and southern reading rooms.
I guess I'm going to investigate the doors that are behind. The two iron doors.
Okay.
Can I check for traps?
Which door?
I'll do the northern one.
Okay.
What, investigation?
Yeah.
Damn. That's good. 15.
You don't seem to find any traps.
I try the door.
Okay. It does seem a little bit stuck, like it's like rusted.
It's not. Doesn't seem locked though.
No, it doesn't seem latched. You can turn the handle. It's just like kind of like rusted shut.
I'll shove it up. Open.
Roll strength check.
Finding stats. Here comes stats. Stats them up, stats them up, stats them up. 15.
15? That's easy enough. There's a very large, loud sound. Echoes throughout the library. As soon as you open it, it's completely dark. That begins to come alive with a soft glow from a vein of emerald that runs through the right wall. The brightness is a little jarring at first, but once your eyes adjust, you see a door directly ahead. It's similar to the door you entered through, but has a different inscription for its title. To your left is a short hallway with 3 doors on either side. They look like the 2 other doors, but they're numbered 1 to 6 in amethyst. The floor is littered with a mixture of broken bones, rotted cloth, and dust that crunches underneath your feet as you make your way through.
So it's like a corridor that has 6 doors.
Here, I'll get a snippet.
Okay.
So, sorry, how did you get into this room?
I opened one of the... When you go down the staircase,
Yeah.
behind us, there's a
Yeah.
door. I opened the door that's more to the north. There's a door to the north and the south.
They're
On the
reading
same
room.
wall.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yes. And where did I enter from?
The southern part.
Of the T, okay.
How about Alan and Quincy? What are you guys doing?
I'm still up in the original throne room.
Okay. Just chilling?
Just, yeah, looking for things to react.
Okay.
And I'm just poised for a fight.
You guys are still up there guarding. Nothing has happened yet. We'll go back to Terrence.
Okay.
You still haven't explored the southern part.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Go down and roll a investigation check.
That's a 22.
22. You go through most of the books. Again, the southern part, a lot of them have rotted away or are in you can't read them. However, you do find one copy on one of the top shelves. The cover of this 2-inch thick leather tome is glossy and depicts a small dragon happily eating a book on the cover. The cover is clasped with a thick leather strap with a tarnished brass buckle that is tightly bound.
I'd like to Arcana check.
Okay.
12.
12. You definitely get a magical aura from this.
Okay. Emmerich, I believe this tome is also magical. Do you think that it is magically trapped?
I do not know. I will take a look, I suppose. Let me see.
The two.
From what I can tell, I did not see anything trapped on it, at least. The dragon on the cover is a little cute, and he's eating a book.
Shall we peruse it together?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, would you do the honors? I step back.
Do you think it's going to explode?
Yeah, I'm just a little gun shy. I'm sure you saw me get a little bit beat up there in the throne room.
Yeah, but I am gun shy as well. I didn't know how to open it. If you think it's going to explode,
I do not think it will explode.
then why don't you open it?
I'm just feeling a bit skittish is all.
Yes, me as well, because you would not open the book that you think is obviously trapped.
You know, sometimes I make you gotta take one for the team here.
Well, I am taking one that is 20% plus 2 different artifacts, and I plan to be alive when I leave here. Get somebody else to open that book.
God damn it. Alright, I open the book.
Okay.
Take 15 points of electricity.
You carefully unbuckle it and ease open the cover. You see pages drawn to resemble teeth that begin swirling around before your eyes. You try to close the book, but you find you can't force it closed.
Oh, no.
You feel gravity shift beneath you and start to fall into the book. The pages grow as you get smaller and smaller until you wake up on a small grass island floating in the sea of golden fog. You rise up, see that you are on this strange fucking island. You turn around and you hear, "God fucking damn it!" as Enric has been pulled in with you.
Oh
He
my
stands up and
god.
says, "What? Did you open the book?" The only thing on this small island, surrounded by golden fog, is a large stone building with a humongous 15-foot wide door. The door eases open, and you feel a warm gust of air creep out as you begin to rise to your feet. Enric is dusting himself out. "Where the fuck did you take us? You opened the book! Why did you not get somebody else to..." So what? What do we do now?
I try and communicate through the hearing. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Static.
Uh, well, Emmerich, it's best not to cry over spilled milk.
I am trying. I am not following you anywhere else. I'm going to follow the people that are waiting for the Flame Lord up above. You don't get sucked into the books. Christ. He's going through his holy symbols and he picks up one, says a prayer, picks up another one, says another prayer. So what? What are we doing here?
I don't know any more than you do, but I suggest that you be on your guard. I don't know what lies ahead, but you may be called upon to fight.
He pulls out his little scimitar. He holds it in both hands. Like, out in front of him. Well, you go first. You are the experienced adventurer.
Do you have any potions on you?
Yes, I do. Here. He gives you a greater healing potion.
I use it.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
What's the greater healing?
44 plus 4.
D4 plus 1. I think it's 3d4 plus 3? The greater?
I think it's 44 plus 4.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Well, I suppose we should proceed.
He takes a step back for you to be in front and just holds the scimitar out. Okay.
Alright, I'll peek in the door and perception check.
Okay. You peek in the door with there's a warm gust coming out of it. Immediately you get the smell of like frankincense, some sort of like really strong, heady incense coming from it. You kind of peek into the stone building. It's dark. Looks like there is a firelight. There's a large fireplace. It's maybe like 10 feet tall with just this roaring, huge fire. All around you can see bookshelves, like TARDIS-wise, higher than the actual stone building would allow. Like up into darkness, these bookshelves extending ladders, different directions. There is in front of the fireplace, there's a series of immaculate and exquisite pillows and furs that are kind of spilled out in front of it. In front of it is a man, completely nude, laying stomach down, feet kind of curled up and kicking, with this long, flowing, black, blue hair. And he looks over and he's thumbing through a paperback. He looks over and sees you enter, and you hear him say, "Oh, hello."
Hello, good sir.
Ooh, why are you here? Why do you interrupt my novel? As he thumps it, the paperback closed, and he throws it. And you can see on the cover there's like this idealized like man with long flowing hair and a broad chest clutching a scantily clad woman.
I do beg your pardon, sir. I seem to have found myself here when I was exploring the contents of a book. Completely by accident, I assure you.
He stands up. As soon as he stands up, he gets like a towel and wraps it around his waist. He's shredded. He's just got like a 9-pack. His eyes are completely golden over. He stands up. Goes, well, it's very rude to step into someone's house unannounced.
Again, I couldn't be more sorry.
You were in a library.
Yes. It was a lost library, an ancient library. I was with some companions seeking an ancient artifact, a very powerful artifact.
And you were looking for what in this library?
Truthfully, we were just sort of getting the lay of the land. We didn't really know what was going on. And I did stumble across this book.
Are you a book enthusiast?
I would say that the better part of my life is devoted to books.
Well then, what's her name?
Terrence.
Hi, Terrence. And who's your skittish friend? You see Enric is just like standing in the door, holding the sword out. Both hands.
This is Emmerich. He's a consultant.
I'm also a master swordsman. Beware.
He is quite knowledgeable and book-worthy as well.
He cocks an eyebrow. Well, master swordsman. There'll be no need of that there here. You can put that away. Enric still holds it out. Fine. Well, let me introduce myself. He takes a step towards the fire, showing you his back, and he just undoes the towel and lets it drop. As he lets the towel drop, his form swells into a gigantic gold dragon.
Oh god.
Who fills up a lot of the library and curled up next to the fire. I am Rigog. I am a bookworm.
Terrence just drops down to his knees.
Okay. Well, that's unnecessary. You're a man of book learning yourself. So you were. Where did you find this place?
In Corvair, we know the region as the Demon Wastes. It's currently guarded by some very powerful and ancient dragons.
His eyes kind of like narrow a bit. So, well, that's unfortunate. Fighting's not really my thing. I can't really help you with that. But you say I'm in a library. I found myself somewhere sunk beneath the waves.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, you know, I'm very partial to books myself. If you're in this ancient, deserted library, you find anything interesting, you can bring it to me. I will maybe pay for anything you can find that's crazy. I like to read crazy books.
There's quite a variety of reading materials that I'd have at my disposal were I to transport you to my lands.
Oh, I don't know if I'm quite ready to leave yet, unfortunately. I'm very happy here. I've still got a good 60% of all of this to read. And I'm in the middle of a just amazing romance novel series.
It's called Twilight.
Twilight. But if you have any books that you'd like to trade, I'm always willing. You don't seem like you pose any threat to me or my small little collection here. So you may go, if you like. It seems you very stumbled upon us by accident. Anytime you'd like to leave, just walk into the golden fog out there, and you should exit quite peacefully. I'd like to be left alone, unless you have anything of particular interest.
Well, when you say that you're interested in purchasing reading material, what form of currency do you offer?
Well, I haven't seen anyone in almost 400 years. I was particularly enjoying myself not seeing anybody here at all. I'm a little perturbed that you're here and disturbing my work, but if you can offer me a book of interest, I could pay for a few unique books that you can find. Magical texts really is my gig. Or romance novels. Both are fine. I have a few items squared away here. I would be willing to trade.
Very well. Would you like your tome to be left in peace beneath the waves, or shall I bring you your tome with me as well?
I would prefer to be left here. I don't really like to be disturbed.
So as long as you wouldn't be disturbed.
He nods his head.
I understand. I'll leave you to your reading and only bother you if I have something that I think would be of great interest to you.
He takes a bow. Says, well, goodbye, Terrence and Rick. It is good to meet you, I suppose.
And you as well.
And he picks back up his little paperback and begins reading it again.
Alright, we back out, and I walk into the golden fog.
Okay. Both of you guys pop back out of the book. The book slams back behind you, buckled.
Alright. Emmerich, is this what will be one of your items claimed, or can I safely tuck this away as well?
He eyes it. He still has the sword out. Sword away. Let me think on it. Maybe.
Alright.
Maybe.
I tuck that into my coat as well.
Okay. You guys are doing that down below. Let's go to Ballstar in the reading rooms. What you doing?
Just carefully investigate, see what I can see. Is there any other markings, any languages I can understand? That's good. 16.
It looks like, what languages do you read?
Gnomish, Elven, Common.
Yeah, you can't really read any of the signs above the doors, except for the numbers, which is 1 through 6.
But do I find, like, locations of the inscriptions?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
Over each one of the doors to the right is 1, 2, 3 on the top, on the northern section, and 4, 5, 6 on the bottom section.
Anything of note? Anything weird? Damage
Aside,
to...
like, there seems to be, like, dead bodies and, like, skeletons.
Right.
kind of on the floor, just like dead in dust. No, nothing that you can see.
Are there any like locking mechanisms or anything by the doors? Like
Which door are you looking at?
the one I came
1,
in
2,
through.
3, 4, 5, or 6.
Actually, I'm gonna check the door I entered from.
Okay. You
Like,
turn around.
is there like a
check if
trap
there's
door?
a locking mechanism. It looks like there is one, but the door has been so badly rusted that it looks like the lock has just been broken off.
Okay.
Whatever sort of deadbolt was there.
Yeah, I guess I'll start checking for traps on the doors, just starting from the closest one of me.
Okay,
Heading down the
give me
hallway.
a number, 1 through 6.
I'll start with 1.
Okay.
15 again.
Kind of look through the door, check it. Doesn't seem to be like deadbolted or locked. As you touch the door, it seems a little bit cold. But as far as traps, you can't really find anything.
Any of those insignias I saw lit up, illuminated, like any of the other glyphs?
Nope.
I'll try door number 1.
Okay. As you ease the door open and peer inside, you're knocked back by a trio of cackling, flaming skulls. They fly through the hallway, laughing hysterically and dripping some sort of emerald acid from their 6-inch-long fangs. They move amazingly fast, darting back and forth, attempting to bury their fangs in your neck. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright. It's a 13.
13. They got an 8, so you go first.
Okay. I'm gonna let out just a huge, watery shriek roar thing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... There's 3 of them, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how big is the area?
They just burst forth. They're each probably within like 15 feet of you.
Okay. Shit. If I did I want to do the whelm thing, but I don't know if I'll hit everybody. It says,
They're each within 15 feet.
okay. It says each creature in the elemental space. So I'm assuming that's not more than...
Yeah, you're large size, so you're 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet. I think they explode out and go east in the hallway. So they'll just kind of explode out and begin. They're 15 feet out.
Okay, gotcha. So they're like past me already.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They're flaming, right?
Yeah, they're flaming.
It's just
Yeah.
them inside.
I'm gonna run in for the closest one. I'm gonna get in their
Okay.
space, do a whelm.
You could probably get all 3 of them in your space, or all 2 of them in your space, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm gonna do whelm. It's a 15 strength save.
They rolled an 18.
Okay.
But they still take damage.
I think so. I'm just double checking. If saving throw is successful, target's pushed out of the elemental space. So I don't think you take damage. It just pushes you away.
Okay, so yeah, they're pushed out of the space.
And then
Well up and push them out.
I've got like 20 more feet of movement. Could I run away? I pushed him away.
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
20 feet back, trying to escape.
So you open that, they rush 15 feet out, you go 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. So you're back at the T intersection, pretty much. It is the Skull's turn. I need you to roll 3 distinct dexterity saving throws for me.
This is gonna be rough.
Those are all fireballs.
Okay. It's a fail, a 20, and a 13.
Okay, so 2 fail.
How is water elemental not resistant to fire?
Yeah, it's weird.
That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, looking for my D8. Hold on. Oh.
God.
Skulls are sons of bitches.
Okay, first one was a fail. So that is... $33 fire damage.
Okay.
Second one was a save, so it is... $16 fire damage.
Okay.
And the second one is... $28 fire damage.
Cool.
As 3 separate fireballs all explode and detonate around you.
Alright.
Boom, 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 boom. Explode. It's your turn.
Movement and dash the fuck out of there.
Okay, you
Screaming.
explode out. Terrence and Enric both hear the explosions and the water elemental going nuts. What are you doing?
I look to Emmerich and say, "Rally yourself. We must fight."
Okay. You guys both run northward and meet with the water elemental. How about you do let other people know?
Yeah, I'm calling everybody in.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to tell Anoff to stay put, but I will go down that northern stairway.
Okay, what about Quincy?
Nothing in the room has reacted at all to anything that's happened. Okay. But I heard the water screech.
Yeah, and explosions.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start heading down the stairs.
Okay. Which stairwell do you guys use?
The same one that they all went down.
Yeah, the northern one.
The northern one, yeah. You guys both run towards the spiral staircase, begin to fight your way down as you guys hear screeches from one area as you're going down into the large library. Terrence and Enric are making their way towards the door. The water elemental bursts through, smoking and steaming, as you can hear cackling and see little skulls of fire begin to come down the hallway. That's a good place to end for tonight.
Nice.
Sounds good.
This is awesome, John.
Yeah.
Fireball Alley.
Very nice.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
You too, man.
Hey man, thanks a lot.
Bye, 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 bye.
All right, good night, man.
Good night.